Huh? You got the Dusty Cup later? Kick ass, man. Somebody hit my music.
Fuck you, PrizePicks! Fuck you, PrizePicks!
Well, I've had enough.
Fuck you, PrizePicks! All the skin, man, I hate enough! My whole clique about to fuck you up! Population, we are not the same! They tend to win and take everything! Logging in, make my picks, I'm about to get this spread. It makes me harder than Candace Parker giving me head. Rage bed, if I don't win, then I'ma come pick you up. Cartwheel into the bridge, if we a fam, then we all jump. Becky on the hoe, she rolls her knees or ends up dead. Whatever it takes, I'm trying to make this money with my friends. WNBA season, so much free you won't believe. Join in Discord, you can pay a top support and more. At least I'm kidding, we really winning the ghost of the industry. Johnny and Clyde, they don't want the smoke, we taking all the money, ain't no selling now. Population, we are not the same, we do this every day now. Everybody say, fuck you, PrizePicks. Fuck you, PrizePicks. Fuck you, PrizePicks. Fuck you, PrizePicks.
Well, I've had enough.
Fuck you, PrizePicks. You can keep your rotten taco. Fuck you, PrizePicks. Bobby Johnny, that's your motto. Fuck you, PrizePicks. And if you really wanna win, fuck you, PrizePicks. Come and rock with population.
Fuck you, you piece of shit. Fuck you. Fuck you, you piece of shit.
And here we go.
To the Balking Dead, fellas, where there is no sleep for the wicked. We had to throw you a little curveball since YouTube wants to complain about my song. Well, how about another one then? Yeah, it's Thursday, guys, so you know what that means. We're going to start this show off with Jack of the Day, as well as a super small slate of pitchers. But the three pitchers we're talking about, we got two bets in and we're looking to bet another. So we are not short of action for this short of slate. This show is sponsored by W. It's a clean energy powder with no come down to your day. And by scanning that QR code right up there, you're going to get that 10% off your first order by using the best promo code on God's green earth. And that's Pub Sports. If you don't know, you should know. If you haven't already, do me a favor, smash that like button. Make sure you have them notification bells on, as well as subscribe to Pub Sports. I will read out, guys, the best bets from the chat when it is your time. And that time is at the end of the show. Hashtag in we be pubbing throughout any of your best bets or any questions you have for me on a pitcher, and I will give you my opinion. But once again, opinions are like assholes and everybody has one. As you guys know, we start off our Wednesdays and Thursdays show with a blast. Some may call a freaking home run, but that's just too bland. On this show, we call it Jack of the Day with Connor Mack.
Well, see you later.
How's my new song? You like the video at least? Something? What's good, Connor?
Yeah, I like it, but I like the original better.
I love the original, bro, but they hurt my feelings and said I couldn't use it because I was copywriting the MLB theme song from TBS, which I sampled. I didn't copy, but yeah. There'll be a new one next year, as Underrated said. There's not enough time to make a new one, but we will have a new song for the best damn prop show on God's green earth.
No doubt. I love it. I still love it.
How was your poker tournament last night? Did you, I know you
I was out like 28 or something like that. 26. I don't know. I was halfway through. I have to ask you, though. Tell me in that hand I folded on. You had king queen or something higher.
I had nothing, bro. I
thought you had had nothing.
I bluffed the double king.
I thought you might have, because I know you bluff a lot, but I folded. Because I'm like, why does he keep doing this on me? Like, I had queen 8 suited.
Queen, bro.
I had the queen, but I thought you had a king. I thought you had the king or a queen with higher. No, you get what I'm saying? Because there was a jack on the board, I believe. So I thought you had queen with a jack, king with a whatever. So you got me there.
King, and I was like, I'm a bank like I got this king. He has the queen.
You fucker, I knew it. I knew it.
If he don't have the king, he ain't calling. I says he's too sharp, bro. He don't play bullshit. So I took my shot.
Yeah, you did. And I sat on it because I was like, this motherfucker.
I was like, you're too sharp. You won't call it without the king. You're too smart for your own good, Connor.
Yeah, that's true.
But I love you, bro. But I guess that's the point of knowing people you play poker with. I've watched the tournaments, and I'm like, Connor don't play hands. He don't bet if you don't got nothing. Connor's not one of those dudes who's not getting in with nothing. And I'm not going to give up a tip that I picked up on you on as well, bro. But, you shouldn't bet a little bet when you're – just check. Just check. Let them bet you. When you bet little, bro, it's like run. Run from Connor. Connor's
I didn't bet little.
There was like 2 times you came out with just a little bit, and then you had
Oh, no, but that was like when we all came out. That would be at the bin. It wasn't – no.
Okay.
And that was so early on. At that point, we don't want to get knocked out. I don't I'm not – so many people, you either go in these tournaments, it's bum rush with nothing, and you're bluffing, or you sit back until I catch hands, So that was it. And until we start blinds go up, then shit gets going. So and in the very beginning, it's all bullshit to me with a bunch of players doing a bunch of stupid shit early on. So
yeah, and you're probably mad at me doing stupid shit like betting a king like I didn't have it.
And then you got fucking wild dudes like you running around on the fucking.
Hey, bro, but you gotta look at my chip stack at the time, bro. I had like $4,000, so I had to get that pot. Like 400.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I should have called.
Low. You should have, bro.
I count the percentages. I
did too. I'm a guy who does count the percentages on the board when I'm going all in like a jackass, like I did. 34%, baby. If you got 2 cards on the board showing your flush.
Yeah. And there was only one time when you were talking about is I even had a king. I had like king not 10 suited. I bet 30,000. No one else was on the board. So I just took the pot. So if they're talking about that means nothing because everyone was already out of the.
No. These were times that they actually played out the hands and then they showed what you both had. So I was like, ooh.
I didn't go all the way with that many people yesterday. That Blitzer Bobby guy caught hands. That guy caught boats, straights.
Dexter's not the luck of the gods, bro. To win
that guy too. But I sat next to that Blitzer Bobby. He killed it for about an hour. Yeah. Killed it.
Let's kill it. Let's do our killing today, and we're gonna go kill some people in the Orioles and Blue Jays games, as this is a game that means a lot to both of these people, as well as the playoff races. And this is a teams that's seen both of these pitchers a boatload of times.
Yeah.
So, who you looking at here?
And I think they could both have success here, Sharpie. I've caught it some of these days. Pitchers have been good. But and Jose's been a lot better on the road. But I got to take some of these guys that hit him well. Rutschman and Mountcastle came through last night. I'll go back to Rutschman. Give me that over 1.5 plus 130 and his Jack at plus 600. But give me O'Hearn as well here. 7 for 22. He's got a couple doubles and a homer. It's plus 550. I'll take that as well. So those 2 guys I am on. I looked at the Jays. I just don't want – I don't know. Jansen has some all right numbers. Gibson. Maybe look at Varsho. But it's tough for that other – like those guys, I guess you got to take. That lineup isn't really producing. Can they get some runs today?
I like the fact that you did pick some Baltimore Orioles because that's that one pitcher that I am looking to bet his under on his strikeouts today. But like you said, good pitching does beat good hitting. And if they show up with their fucking hard hat and lunch pail – shit happens, bro. That's baseball. Yeah. But I definitely think it's going to be a tough day for this man today. And in the books say so too, as in they have him giving up 6 hits. They have him walking 3 people. So that's a lot of base runners out there, actually, guys. So I think Jose Berrios is going to be in for it today. Now, I still think he has a quality start. I don't think he goes out and gets just fucking shelled. But we'll get to that when it's getting to. I know this was the only game you wanted to really touch on as this is a small slate, but was there any other players you wanted to touch on?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to get there, I think, on both these guys. Like, obviously, you want to look to the Cubs. They don't even have props out. I don't know. They don't know who's starting for the Pirates. Same thing, A's, White Sox. There's a whole lot of nothing. There could be some offense in that game. There's not a lot of value, even with some A's guys. On this side, it's pretty tough. Brent Rooker and these guys, when he's under 3-1 for jacks, that's pretty tough, Sharpie. And then we went to the last one. I love the Reds. They beat up on the Angels. I don't love the doubleheader spot here. Merrill Kelly, very good at home. sure he'll touch on that. Of course, he can get hit. And the only guy I look for the D-backs really, Carroll's just dealing with stuff. Not that he's bad against the lefty. He doesn't have great power, lefty on lefty at least. He hits righties, jacks a lot better. And that'd be Walker. And his number's just a little bit low. But I'm going to go to this one and a guy who's been red hot because I can't trust anyone on the Twins. I'd like to go with Carlos Correa. His is down to 4-1 or a little bit less. He had great numbers off Heaney. I can't trust it. I couldn't get there, not with that number with him. But I'm going to think the Rangers can get some runs off Pablo, and maybe not. Maybe he keeps dealing. I'm sure you're going to talk about him here as soon as I bounce off. He's just on a roll. But if I get guys here that are hitting 3, 4, 5 right there in this lineup, and I still have to wait for the lineup, that's another thing. So I'll be on it here with these guys. I just wanted to wait on the lineup.
I see Pablo giving up 3 runs through 6 today, bro.
It seems like he could give up the 3 or 4.
Perfect. I think he gives up 3 or 4. I mean, Alcantara went 6 innings, 4 runs, 7 strikeouts. So I mean, it's doable, bro, to get some runs off of him. I'm not going to say it's not. And someone's asking in the chat about Ohtani. Does he still win MVP with a torn UCL? Yes, as long as he takes his at-bats. He needs the at-bats to qualify for the MVP, but his contract
he's just not going to pitch anymore.
From $600 million to fucking $350. I'll tell you that. Yeah, because
he had this already though a few years ago, right?
Time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. I think he's going to be turned into a closer type, bro, and a hitter, which does devalue a little bit, but you're still able to play both ways.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's going 6 innings, 100 pitches much longer. I just don't, personally.
Real quick, it's Lowe and Garver. Garver's RBIs around 190, Lowe's plus 180. If they're there in that lineup, those are the guys that I think are going to get him in. I mean, Garcia's 1 for 3 with a homer. You're not getting a ton of value with his jack. And both those guys' homers, I take a little piece of them. As Lowe's 550, Garver's a little bit hotter of late's plus 500. If they're right there, 3, 4, 5, which I think they will be, once I see this lineup, I think take their ribby and a little bit on their jack.
Yeah, a little bit of ribeye steak ain't hurt nobody.
Nope.
If you're showing up, guys, for the recap of Jack of the Day, we know it's moving day. We know it's a super small slate, so we're going to keep it simple. We're going to go to 2 birds, 2 Orioles, and we're going to take Rotchman over 1.5 at plus 130 and tack it with his plus 600 home run. And then you're going to go to the guy that no one's going to talk about, guys. You're going to hear Santander, Mountcastle, blah, blah. Oh, fucking Hearn, guys. And we ain't talking about the sausage your grandma used to cut up and put in your noodles. We talking about the baseball player. Plus 550 for his jack. Yeah. Appreciate you, my guy, for showing up. Even though this card sucked, you still come through for the boys. Tell them where they can find you, what you got going on, as I know you're going to be real busy on pub with all the college sports starting again.
Yeah, but not this weekend. There's only 7 games. Go check out our video, me and Babano, and then the breakdowns of them. They're already cut up. So no Saturday show. It's not worth it here with 7 games. But after this, we'll have some form of some show going forward on Saturdays. But that is it. So I'm going to take this last weekend, get some shit done before it gets busy.
Yeah, bro, let's get it, bro. Let's get the second Dodgers game started.
Yeah.
We'll see you later.
On this show, fellas, we're going to talk the first line that opened up on a K-prop, also the best line available 30 minutes prior to this show. Then we will see where the value lies between the books, PrizePicks. Of course, this show is also sponsored by PrizePicks, so if you haven't, go on over there and use that promo code PUBSPORTS, and you're going to get a match deposit on your first deposit of $100, minimum $25. First guy up on the board, actually, since this game hasn't started, I didn't cap it and write it out, but I did cap it, so I guess I didn't write it out. We'll talk Gavin Williams since the second doubleheader was supposed to start as the time this show started. It's going to start in about 10 to 20 minutes or so. I have a half unit bet on Gavin Williams, 5.5 strikeouts at plus 135. I went half unit because this stupid rain delays keep going on and off, and also because it is a doubleheader and I didn't get the lineup. Now, I do expect a doubleheader type lineup, but, is what it is. He does have the key that what I like to look to use against my Dodgers. That's a guy who uses high velocity. He throws over 95.5 miles per hour, uses it about 55% of the time, and he's going to need to use that pitch today to get the strikeouts versus my Dodgers. So, yeah, I know the Dodgers are crushers and are the team to beat, guys, but we ain't been hitting righties like we've been hitting lefties. Now, Mookie has. Mookie's on another damn planet. So, I think this guy's outs are in play as well at the 15.5. Now, that also has to do weather permitting. And it's nice being on a second part of a doubleheader when they need this game to end. Guess what that means? Strike! Three! These umps want to get on that plane. They got places to go. Everyone's got to get going, guys. They've got series to go to as well. So they're going to hurry this game up. And this guy stays near the zone and pounds the zone. So I did go half unit on that plus 135 at 5.5 for Gavin Williams. Now we're going to talk Jose Berrios, number 50 in the black book, is striking people out 23% of the time while walking people 7.5%. Morning line was 5+ at minus 146 on FanDuel, where they have them at 5 on PrizePicks, and the pitching outs under over are at a 17.5. Projected lineup is 6 lefties, 3 righties. We're going to start the day with Jose Berrios at the Orioles for the second time this year, when back on June 14th, Berrios dominated them, going 7.2 innings of no-run ball with only having 5 strikeouts. And hence we get a juiced 4.5, as he's been nothing lower than a 5.5 for 6 straight weeks, while also having a elite win percentage to the over 5.5. And yet he's at a 4.5. And there is no way, guys, I could even look over in this spot, as I have found the key to run Berrios' K props over. And we used it last week. He just went out there and had an 8-piece in 5 innings worth of work. Now, the key is teams who just don't make contact when they chase. And that's not what we have here in the Orioles, guys. They are one of the top teams in the league at making contact when they chase. And when we look at how Berrios has fared versus other teams in that category, the last time he was dropped to a 4.5 was 7 weeks ago, guys, versus the Arizona Diamondbacks, and he came up with 4 strikeouts and 5.1 innings worth of work. He did see the Red Sox 3 times with mixed results, 4, 6, and 8. 2 of those would be a win. And the Marlins, where he only had 4, and the Braves game, he only had 3. Those are the teams in the top 10 at making contact when they chase that Berrios has seen, and he is 2-3 to the over 4.5, where he is set at today. And being in the same division like we were talking about during Jack of the Day, there's a bunch of past history here, guys, as 8 of the 9 projected batters have seen Berrios at least 12 times or more. That's a lot. And a combined 136 times, they're only striking out 16.9% of their at-bats. Oof. Let me say that again. They're only striking out 17% of their at-bats lifetime versus Jose Berrios. So, yes, I am looking to bet his under 4.5 strikeouts today, as 6 of the projected batters in this lineup are elite when it comes to making contact when they chase. Now, will this be a dead under? No, I don't think so. I think he ends on that 4. And this team does chase. They just make contact when they chase. Now, if they want to not make contact today, I get freaking cooked in the belly button, guys. But as like yesterday, I do need lineups with this team, because the projected lineup for Gausman was not the lineup that we got, and Team Sharpie jumped and backed Gausman yesterday, and he went out there and dealt. So I need the projected history, as well as guys that when they chase, they make contact, and I will be going under for Jose Berrios today. Now a guy we're not going under on. Pablo Lopez versus the Rangers, number 17 at the black book, striking people out 30% of the time while walking people 6% of the time. Opened him up 7+ minus 112 on FanDuel, where PrizePicks has him at a 6.5, and his earned runs under over are at a 2.5. Projected lineup is 5 lefties and 4 righties. Now we get into a spot, guys, where by the numbers, it looks like a decent spot to get involved in. And I'm speaking Pablo Lopez versus the Rangers. And when we look at their numbers, they're not walking. They're middle of the pack in isolated power while striking out 25% of the time. And this lineup up and down the board. And it's this line, guys, is at a 6.5, anywhere from a -112 to a -145, depending on your books. The last time I checked. So just make sure you do shop around if you're looking to get on Pablo today. And Pablo has an elite win percentage like Jose Berrios to the 6.5, guys. He's hitting that at an 80% clip, yet 40% to the 7.5. So they could have went to that juiced up yet 6.5, which there is some out there, guys, or the 7.5, but they weren't going to do that, guys, versus this Rangers team. As when we look past over the last 30 days, there's only been 4 guys that's hit this 7 or more. We were on Gallen, and he ended with an 11 piece. We talked about Freddie Peralta having the mix, and he dazzled as well with a 9-pack. Alcantara had himself 7. So in the last 30 days, they've seen 3 guys, my bad, not 4, 3 guys who have hit the 7 or more, while shutting down aces like Dylan Cease, Brandon Woodruff, and Corbin Burns, to name a few. Well, what do the ones that hit have in common, guys? They use multiple pitches to put away batters, not just your normal everyday slider to a righty, changeup to a lefty, as the Rangers are really good at understanding baseball. It's an 80% mental, 60% physical. Yeah, that's the Yogi Berra way of fucking teaching baseball. It don't add up, and it shouldn't add up. I get it. And they sit on pitches, guys. That's one thing that they do, and they're good at, guys. And if you're just fastball slider, fastball changeup, you've narrowed it down to a 50% fucking rate of what's coming. And no shit, you guys didn't fucking hit it versus this good hitting fastball team. They're able to just sit and wait it out and understand, oh, it's a strikeout count. Look changeup, if it looks changeup, leave it be. So that's not what we have here, guys, with Pablo Lopez. When we look at Pablo Lopez's pitch mix, he uses 5 pitches at least 10% of the time, while using his 4-seam fastball equally to both sides of the plate, where he uses his sweeper 2-1 versus the right-handed side to the left-handed side, where he uses his curveball 2-1 favored to the lefties, as well as his changeup 3-1 favored to the lefties, as well as he uses his sinker strictly to right-handed batters only. So you have to worry about 5 pitches as a right-handed hitter and 4 pitches as a lefty. Yeah, sign me up for Pablo Lopez, please, and thank you. And there is a little bit of past history in this lineup, not from this year. And there is a 26% lifetime strikeout rate in just 20 at-bats in the few times he has seen them. So not a lot to take off, but not enough to at least be worried about. So a team who ain't seen the demon named Pablo is about to get right in line with each other and march their asses right back to the dugouts after their at-bats. Pablo Lopez over 6.5 for me for a full unit. And we get into another guy, which happens to be the last guy of the day. So if you haven't, smash that like button, as it does help people find the best MLB prop show on earth. Drop your best bets. We be pubbing. Hashtag next to it. And also, if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. Merrill Kelly versus the Reds, number 44 in the black book, is striking people out 25.5% of the time while walking people 9.5% of the time. Open them up 7+ -123 on Caesars, where PrizePicks has them at a 6.5, and its hits allowed on PrizePicks are under over 5.5. 5 righties, 4 lefties are in your projected lineup. Not a lot of guys in my black book going today, but I'm actually locked and loaded without lineups, which is not often to say these days, as we've got 2 guys of the 3 we talked about already bet. The other guy needing lineups, and that was Jose Berrios, is under. I am on Merrill Kelly's over 6.5, -125 for a half unit before the lineups come out, and I am looking to go full unit on him once the lineups do come out. Now, I did the lineups last night, and I don't think they can fuck me here, and that's why I did get in for at least a half a unit. As when we look at their overall numbers versus right-handed pitchers over the last 15 days, they're walking league average, smashing the ball with a nice team isolated power of 190, yet striking out 25% of the time. And I'm going to tell you, I really don't give a rat's ass about those numbers over the last 15 days. As yes, the K percentage is a bonus for sure. I'm not going to knock that. I just don't look to run Kelly, guys, versus the K percentage, and it's simple. I have my keys. And we have the key that opens the door here, guys, with Merrill Kelly versus the Reds. And that's whiff percentage. Give me a team who fucking whiffs, who stinks, and sign me up as we go through Kelly's game logs versus teams in the top 10 whiff percentage. And he's done his damage in those games. See, he's had 7 in both games versus the Brewers when he faced them, 9 versus the A's, 7 versus the Phillies. The one time he lost, he had 6 versus the Mariners, while having 9 versus the Twins and backed it with 11 versus the Rockies. All in all, he's 6-1 to the over 6.5 when facing a team who whiffs. Fellas, I looked at that projected lineup. We have 7 guys in this lineup that are at least 1.5% or worse than league average when it comes to whiff, with 3 guys on the bench who can fuck me. Well, I dug into those guys, and 2 of those 3 are on the IL. 22 of those 3 are on the fucking IL. So, at worst, they can put in 3 guys that do not whiff. That to me is still going to be a bet. That to me is still going to be a play. Now, they are smashing the ball. And that's going to be the reason if I don't hit my K prop in this one today, guys. Now, that's the same ass reason why I didn't hit with bitch ass Reed Detmers last night. Like, I could do my cap it. You still got to show up with your hard hat and work boots, bro. Like, they don't just give out fucking money, bro. You got to go to work too, dog. So, go 6 innings today. We hit our K prop, and I think he does that just fine. So, sign me up for that half unit, waiting for the full unit bet once the lineups come out. But we do have a full unit on Pablo over 6.5 at -125, as well as looking to go a half unit on Berrios under 4.5 today at that nice plus money, as well as if you tuned in at the beginning, as this game was supposed to crack off at 12:10. We did get in on, and they just started the second part of the first half, so this game hasn't even started yet. I do have a half unit on Gavin Williams as well, 5.5 strikeouts over at +135 as yeah, get in where you fit in, guys. This has been a day of betting K props. I don't think I've had one of these days in a long time, but it was there. It spoke to me. It was like, here you fucking go, Sharp Plata. Get in where you fit in, and let's fucking eat tonight, fellas. Let me run through the chat, see what y'all got, and then we go hit our outs. Cover Kings is also on Lopez at 6.5, as well as Gavin. He's -130. Damn, I wish I could get a -130, but got to do what I got to do because nobody loves me at all. Looking for some best bets, and we're rolling through, and it don't look like nobody had none today. That means Rocco Rogers and Justin must have been busy because those 2 are always going to come in and drop it. Tom Miggins, we already know, right? Bryce Harper over, and he ain't even fucking playing. Play it till he fucking cools down. He was the first guy I seen on that train. Last year, he rode him 30 straight days. Bryce Harper cashed him 27 of those 30 days. Hitting props, you ride the fucking train. You don't just pick a day to play. You play it daily, religiously. Bop, 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 bop. And you catch the guys that are hot, and you bang the books over the damn head. You get off when they're not. Is what it is. Appreciate you all for tuning in. As you guys already know, this show is sponsored by PrizePicks. If you haven't, go on over there and use that promo code PUBSPORTS, and you're going to get a match deposit on your first deposit up to 100, minimum of 25. Now, I may be speaking out of turn because I don't know if my producer did his show today, but if he did, he's going to drop a link into the chat. If not, I'll have him drop it tomorrow. As every week, guys, him, Billy.
Yeah, I'll just drop it tomorrow.
He'll drop it tomorrow, guys. But start, if you haven't, tuning in, showing love, as some of them are, some of them aren't, guys. And just because it's a shitty card don't mean you can't go show love to some of the homies. So there's always money to be made. Support those who support you and keep it fucking solid, fellas. Let's fuck the bookies square in their eye holes, and fuck YouTube too. Fuck the bookies and YouTube. How about that? Yeah.
Keep firing, assholes!